Hello guys, my bin of seeds and seed starting stuff some kind of way got put into the wrong space, and so when I brought in my collection to just kind of go through what I have for the year, to see what I have, to see what I need so that I could plan accordingly, needless to say, I'm pretty sad. Like my packs are like ripped into and the seeds are gone, and it's pretty sad if I'm being honest. I was debating about sharing or not, but I think that I wanted to because I'm not the only one that things happen to and that life happens to. I'm not gonna lie, life certainly seems to happen to me a lot more than maybe other people, but it doesn't matter what happens to you, but just how you move forward. So these are not I'm not able to use, and I had some microgreens here and I'm not going to be able to use that, and here's just a few more things that are in the bottom. So I am just going to cut my loss there. I'm going to keep this container, this planter, and I'm just going to see what maybe I can keep and I can use. So this one, another one, and then the next problem is some of these got wet, and so I'm really curious as to will the seeds even germinate, you know, because they were wet. So I'm just in a really interesting position and situation. So this was how I had these seeds stored, and these were my flowers. It's totally my fault, because if I hadn't been cheap, if that's the word you want to use, I would have went ahead and got the photo organized in storage system like I had for the plants. I didn't do that for the flowers, and the flowers were the one thing this year that just was so phenomenal and so plentiful. Okay, so now these are ones that I purchased or was gifted recently, and they've been inside in my house. So these are some seeds that my mom gifted me and some that I grabbed while I was at the Dollar Tree. So I'm so excited to have these, to add these to what I already have. And it was like such a joy to me. And so when I opened up the package, I remembered an order that I did for sunflower seeds. So I actually have sunflower seeds and some lisianthus in that package. So even though I had to get rid of so many seeds, I have sunflower seeds and I have lisianthus. So this is the seed container that I had my vegetables in. So these were safe. Some flowers that weren't safe. Okay. So this is a lesson learned for me, and as soon as I'm able, I will be grabbing another box, because I have had issues with my seed storage several times now. I've had issues with seeds falling out, seeds getting messed up. So I have had problems, and so this solution has been perfect for me, if I'm being honest. I just didn't take the money to buy another one. So I am just going through here. I know the speed is super fast, but I'm just sharing with you the labels of what's inside of each one, and then just quickly skimming through. And as I'm showing it to you, I'm just getting I'm really putting the things that I have on a counter away, but I'm just taking a mental inventory of what it is that I need and that I want. And so I know from this video that I need black creme tomatoes, and I know that I need some more ground cherries. I love the pineapple ones, and I know that I need a few hot peppers for my son. So those are the biggest things that I am, wanting this year. So I am going to try to build back up my flower supply, and then if I'm able, I'll go ahead and grab those things. But I really love black creme tomatoes. Tell me, am I the only one that loves black cremes, or do you guys love them just as much as I do? So these big envelopes that you see are the seeds that I saved my own self. Okay, so I'm just looking at what I have, and I'm just asking myself the questions of, what do we like to eat? What do I need? What are we missing? I'm going ahead and getting my Canon book out, because I think it's helpful to work from what what do I have that I can just work on knowing how to preserve when it comes. This book is in bloom. This is for my flowers. The flower recipe book is for my flowers. The cut flower garden is for my flowers. But the garden plan is something that's really good, and I'm looking at that because she tells you what you need to create a year's worth of food and just how much to plant to get how much yield, and she really just helps you. So green beans, how many pints, how many plants needed, you know, the crop, amount, yield, number of plants. So she really breaks this down in a way that is obtainable for the average person. And last is my flower farming book. So something that I've been using every year, it's not pretty, but I use this, and inside of here I went ahead and just have a picture here of what I wanted my dream space to look like. I have the seed starting schedule of when I should be starting what, just all different types of resources that I have found over the years. This here is a per person planting guide. So 1 to 2 per person of eggplant, melon, pumpkin, squash, zucchini. You guys know we're a family of 7. And so it just tells me how much of everything I need to plant. I have a tomato growing guide, and then I have just like a plant profile, the plant description, care, how to harvest, all these different things, journal. So this is just what I use to plan yearly, and this is where I'm starting. So I am honestly trying not to be discouraged, trying to be positive, but feeling a little bit defeated starting out. This is just the start. You know, we're gonna keep going up from here. So I'll be back to talk with you guys a little bit more. So I've learned a lot over these past years, and I do know that Ecclesiastes is so true. There is a time for everything. And this is just a time to rest and recuperate and let the land recover a little bit. And I'm just showing you the current state of everything. First I showed you the garden. Now I'm showing you where I kind of prepped and hung everything and grew everything. Here is our DIY greenhouse, and I am sharing with you what our flower farm looks like in the winter. And so there is so much to do here that honestly looking at it is so overwhelming. But you know, nothing was built in one day. So all things take time, and before you know it, this will be beautiful and life-giving all over again. So it's just a season, and I'm ready to tackle the next one. That's the high and the low of today. That's just real life, honest, raw. I'm not filtering anything. I'm just gonna bring it to you like it is. So I'm happy I've got all of my books. I'm happy I have all my veggie seeds. I can go ahead and start making my plans, what I want to do, what I want to preserve, what I want to save. I'm thinking about a new space to put all the things that I can and dehydrate and freeze. Those flower seeds, I am really bummed about. That's probably hundreds of dollars worth of seeds. But they say you don't cry over spilled milk. So I'm just going to see how we get from here. So that's it for this video. This is my start. I think despite some things, we're kind of starting off on a good note, on a good foot. So I'll be back with more videos. Until the next time, you can do a lot with a little. So that's what I'm telling myself even now. And so until the next time.